So we're about to start our winter mountain walk, and it's straight away we need to make a decision on what equipment we're going to walk with to make that safe. So right at the beginning of the day I'm going to put my axe away, and I'm going to put that down my back like so. I can get to that nice and easily now. I can walk with my poles, and at the point that I think that a slip would lead to a slide, I'm going to put my poles away and I'm going to get my axe out. Of course, whether you decide to use poles or not is up to you. Hey guys, it's getting a little bit windy, so just tuck in behind and follow my footsteps. Remember to reinforce them, alright? Okay, we had a fair bit of snowfall last night, so what we're going to be doing is walking up the ridge behind me, which is stripped of snow, so for ease of walking it'll be much easier, and then we're going to walk diagonally across the slope on some easier angle ground. Okay, something that's important to consider when you are walking with ski poles, walking poles, is to not always put your wrist in the loop. It can be a trip hazard, in so much as if it gets caught on your pole gets caught in a rock, then you're attached to it and therefore there's a risk of breaking your wrist. Also, it's that added benefit of being able to have one hand on a lower slope holding on to the top of the pole, and the other hand on a higher slope, maybe further down. So with our route choice today, we just need to ensure that we are moving on lower angle slopes and ideally on ridges. If we look at the snow here, we can cut a little slot and immediately we can see a layer of snow is building up. Okay, it's important we keep on lower angle slopes because this is wind slab. We'll do a bit of a zigzag as well, guys. This is a bit slightly steeper and much easier to walk on a zigzag. So we often get these little pockets of snow where it's much better if people walk one behind the other. We can share the lead, so if one person gets tired, then the next person can move in front. You still walk with poles because there's no, as long as there isn't a risk that a slip will lead into a slide. And as the ground gets steeper, it may be worth doing a zigzag rather than walking straight up the slope. As I was walking along there, I felt the ground firm up beneath me. The ground just ahead is steepening up, and we know beyond that the ground gets steeper again. So it's time to get rid of the poles and get my axe out. So it's very easy to get my axe, so I can reach behind, find that, and put that down to the side. I'll collapse my poles and I'll stow those on my rucksack, and then I can safely progress into the hills, knowing that if I was to slide, I can stop myself, or more importantly, I've got the axe and I'll be kicking steps to ensure that doesn't happen. Okay. Having put our poles away and decided that it's appropriate to walk with an axe out, we're going to ensure that as we make progress up the slightly steeper slope, that we are going to walk with the axe in our uphill hand and the pick is going to be facing backwards. As we then zigzag, we'll be swapping from one hand to another and kicking our feet into the slope to make nice safe progress on slightly steeper snow. So walking with the axe in the uphill hand is a really good habit to get into. Though I'm walking on soft snow now, when I do progress onto slightly firmer snow, it's really important that this hand is the uphill hand is holding the axe. So walking diagonally across the slope, I've got my axe in my uphill hand. It gets slightly easier then. It makes life a lot easier on the legs if you zigzag, and as you zigzag you need to swap hands. It's good to do that stationary if the ground's getting a little harder. Okay, I'm going to do another zigzag, so I'm going to swap from my left to my right hand into the uphill hand and then make progress in this direction.